Yeah, the recording is started. So, what is my branch? Yeah, the branch is correct. So now, I actually have many goals to finish, to achieve. For now, the projects are kind of separated, but I don't have any finished state of them because they don't compile. Let's see what is the current state. Yeah, some problems, and I think we need to solve these problems first. So Hydra Church Free says there is a module extra language extra, which okay, where is my terminal? It's a warning, it's not a compile error. It's a warning, but we probably don't want warnings. So extra says that Hydra domain is redundant. Can you please read it?
Redundant.
Redundant. This means we don't use Hydra domain here, and probably we don't need it. And yeah, let's remove it to eliminate the bug, the warning. But the bug says, compile error says that we can't load module Hydra framework class because it's not visible from where we are trying to call it. Hydra church free, Hydra language, Hydra church free, Hydra language. We are trying to import this one framework class, but we don't know where it is. Yeah, I think it's not in church free anymore. It's somewhere here. Hydra class, I think. Do we really need it? Maybe. I think we can add it and then actually this import says that I'm trying to import instances, not the class itself. Maybe we don't need it at all. Let's see what is broken after removing it. Okay. Huh. Do you see that? The project tries to compile the applications, demo applications. This means the framework then itself is being successfully compiled. So we got it compiled, but now we need to fix our conflicts because we now have another structure of the project, and we need to explicitly say what engine we want to import. So let's go to src astro client common astro src astro client common, and now the question is what type of Hydra engine I'm using here. I think it's just a regular free monad, not church coded one, and this application we should port it probably. However, I'm not sure because I created several versions, not of this application, right? Okay, it seems I am using this application is only built on the normal free monad only. There is no other engine used here. So we probably need to remove this package for now. Maybe next time we want to port Astro to church encoded free monad, and then we have to take additional steps.
What difference does it make to remove the package though? Like, why does that? Can't it just see that it's not that package that it's using?
Yeah, if I understood your question correctly, when we had two packages with just normal free and church encoded free imported here, we are trying to call Hydra language, for example, a module, and this module is presented in both packages. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and the compiler says, I don't understand what package do you mean. So
how do you fix that later?
in here we just removed a redundant.
Oh, because it's in the
In here.
Well, no. So is Astro going to specifically be Hydra free, and Astro will never be Hydra church free?
Astra should be done in both engines. Should be based on both engines, and Hydra free and Hydra church free. For now, it's not true. For now, Astra is based on only on this one. Yeah, but we probably need to expand this practice. Add another Astro version.
Okay.
Later, not now for sure. We need to port it. It will be better. The same situation with the Labyrinth application actually. We don't have church free version, and even more, the church engine doesn't have all the features we use in the Labyrinth app. And our goal to not only port to not only port the Labyrinth game to the church encoded free monad engine, but also to extend the possibilities of the church free monad engine itself. Add some new subsystems which are presented here, but not presented in another one.
Okay.
And for now we see Meteor counter says that there is a problem. We cannot decide on what we want to use, and this project is another story. It has applications based on both free monadic engines. Let's try to use the syntax, the package import syntax for now. Hydra free. I'm not sure should it be before the qualified term or after the qualified term. I never used this syntax before. Let's see. This looks ugly actually, right? So it has what it says, parser or so. Yeah, Hydra free should not be here. Maybe after qualified. Actually, I should consult with the reference, with the GHC reference, but maybe just trying and okay, it doesn't work. Okay, so we don't have any other option. We need to consult with the reference.
Wait, but the error that you showed was from a different document.
Can you repeat, please?
The error that was showing, is that the same? Because you fixed it and changed it, and it didn't. It reflected a different.
Yeah, the last error we seen, it says that the compiler doesn't understand what I mean. GHC package imports. We should package qualified imports maybe.
I think you did it in the same thing in a different file, and you changed this file, but the other file was still the same as before, and so but it's okay. Let's see.
Not sure I understood, but maybe you're right.
Because you had like quote Hydra, Hydra free, and then you said qualified, and then you changed it to qualified, and then the quote Hydra free to the rest of it. But then the error was talking about where the quote was before the qualified, and so I think it's from a different Haskell file.
Mm-hmm. Still not sure, but okay. It's hard. I actually don't remember the name of the feature. We see, is it a GHC? Yeah, it's a GHC. We see import here, but we don't see a qualified name here, because what if I want to import its qualified? Would import module network socket from the package network. This may be used to disambiguate. I'm not sure how to read it.
No, I cannot see the screen you're working on.
Disambiguate.
Yeah, disambiguate and import. The special package name this can be used to refer to the current package being built. Interesting. But I don't see any hint on can I import its qualified, which is strange. Whether this documentation is incomplete. Explicit namespace writing qualified positive position. Since 8.10 compiler, we don't use 8.10 compiler yet. We are on the less featured compiler, so we don't have this extension import qualified. And what about this 6? Oh, well, actually it has, our compiler has this, but maybe I need to enable this package imports module extension. Maybe this is the problem. Let's try again. Okay. So this is an advanced feature of Haskell, which is only available in the GHC compiler and can be enabled by a special compiler pragma. There are different extensions in the language that we can enable by these programmers. And let's try to put it on the first position first initially and see whether it works. So I can import it unqualified, right?
What? Yeah, different file.
Ah, right. Yeah. It's a church, and that it's not church. And maybe I can return and see whether Oh, well, not only different file, but actually a different project. That's my fault. Is that what you treat to communicate?
Yeah.
Okay. Church, right? Church.
Yeah.
Church. So let me return this into its initial form. Right. So package imports, and maybe this will work.
I think qualified comes before Hydra Church Free.
Yeah. Maybe. So we found it. Now it works. But this is not the end, because we should import R as qualified too. The runtime, or maybe not, because runtime is a we probably,
But this is a different file. This is per free.hs.
yeah, right, it's a different file. I just thought that there is inconvenience. We are trying to import, for example, a language from church free package, but we are importing Hydra runtime from somewhere. I'm not sure. It will come from the Hydra Base, right? From Hydra Base. Still, it's not consistent with the previous. It will work because we have only a single runtime. But the people will be asking why we should import those modules from different engines. Whether we should just use all modules from this one. We can do a Hydra runtime module especially in this package and re-export it from base to avoid inconsistency. This is what I thought.
Okay.
And yeah, so now let's go to perf test app perf free, and actually it's not church free, it's just free. It should be like this, right? And actually the same with Hydra Prelude, but I think we can skip it for now. The Hydra Prelude module is also a single module across all the projects. Package imports. Let's see. And perf test up 2 free. Oops. Package imports and qualify is okay. Import qualified free. Okay, and also I renamed some modules. Let's go to meteor counter, church, and rename it. And import it qualified. Church free.
Okay.
And what now? Perf church, perf test up, perf church. Else there is no church L. but there is language charge free, right? And next, something is not correct. Church could not find Hydra prelude. Okay, it says we need this import. Could not find runtime. Just because we don't export it from this module. We can leave it like this, or we can leave it like this. I think we should provide array exporting module. This means, oh, that's not really good. That's not really good because it makes us forces us making a copy paste of this module. Even though Hydra runtime import. Why is Hydra prelude here? Actually, let's turn to base. Hydra prelude is not used here. Actually, we can safely remove it. Now, so we can import qualified Hydra Base, Hydra runtime as X and re-export this X. I think this should work. Oh, no, not qualified. Yeah?
Never mind, it's okay.
Not qualified, but just. And the same module here. Hydra runtime. Actually, we probably should do the same with domain and prelude, which is not really convenient at class. Let's see. Okay, something changed. Now it says there is let's go to FTL, Meteor counter FTL, Hydra runtime. We can import it from different places. And what runtime? Well, actually, we can import it from Hydra Base. Right. Okay. Now perf test up perf FTL Hydra Base. Package imports. I think that this should work. Perf test up to FTL. and now. So even more fixes. Meteor counter free. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think this is probably good for me to practice. I was going to ask, like, if you can be selective about which code I push to the Git Kraken. Can you say, I will incorporate this code, but not that code when you merge the branches?
Not sure I understood your question. So you pushed
Oh.
some code into your branch, right?
Not right now, but I would like to go walk through and do this video, but with my branch. But if I make a mistake, then I'm wondering if you can just neglect some of the code that I've written when you merge it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we need to, then when I'll be merging the code, it's okay to have it not in a complete state with maybe problems. I'll fix those problems for sure, and I'll teach you how to fix them and show you. That's okay.
Okay.
So you are not required to provide best quality of the code which works in each situations, which compiles, which etc. Just you're doing what you can, and it's okay. That's completely okay, right?
Okay.
Now see, we have some more questions. How much time do you have, by the way?
I'm fine with 10.
Okay, I think I'll take you for maybe 15 minutes more.
Okay.
So now the compiler says that there is no instance for a type class, which is probably true because I don't remember if I did this instance. Maybe not, or maybe I created it but have not imported. Let me remember where this instance is. It's not in Hydra Base for sure. It should be in the interpreter, I guess. In the interpreter here or in the interpreter here, right? There is one instance for normal free, but there is no instance for church free.
Right. How do you think I should start to learn, besides tutorials, like, is there a different way through Hydra that I can learn about monads?
I think learning monads can be the task of learning monads can be approached from different ways, right? So Hydra is one way to learn monads, and when you learn enough Hydra, you will be fine with solving tasks in other projects which are related to monads, because, well, the one key idea of monads in Haskell, and which is a good idea, is that all the monads can be used in the same way. No matter what they do, no matter what effects they express.
But Labyrinth, you said, doesn't use some elements of church free. It only uses free.
Yeah, but this is only this starts to be important when you compare the two projects. But when you write a business logic, for example, a business logic of the labyrinth, it will be completely the same for church free, for normal free, because all the methods will be the same in both engines. All the monads will have the same names. All the monads will have the same way to work with, because this is the idea, to make those engines like twins.
Okay. All right. I understand.
Yeah, actually, twins is a nice definition for those engines. Let's see, labyrinth. Okay, labyrinth main, and now, yeah, I think we use Hydra free for now for mine. Language package. I'm missing. Okay, no instance. Oh, really? That's weird. No instance for test perf test app church, and it says no instance for air start app. That's weird, because I added this instance for church, but
You have a what?
huh?
Oh, this instance for, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I think I haven't it imported yet. So how we can fix that? We are importing runtime and language. Okay, and probably we need to import instances in this runtime. I think this will be a correct place for importing instances. And I need to import Hydra interpreters, right? Hydra interpreters, and only only instances, I think. Will it work? Let's align it properly. Okay, that's better. Hydra interpreters and interpreter and interpreters, which is I think it's just, it has a wrong name, right? Interpreters and language. I'm not sure, is it better to have a single or a multiple form? That's a problem. We meet a cyclic dependency.
Oh, right. Yeah, we had the same problem last time.
Yeah. Hydra interpreter core.
But one of those times it was my fault. I changed the code and included something in the import.
Can you repeat, please?
The last time we recorded the video, you found a similar cyclic
Yeah.
error, and it turns out that it was because I had imported a certain file because I thought I would need it, and I didn't realize the order in which they did it. So,
yeah, but this time I think it's not your fault; it's my fault because I created this cyclic dependency between modules when I did a refactoring, and now I need to understand what is the problem. So the problem is that I added Hydra interpreters here. Oh well. So some modules are trying to import Hydra.runtime, maybe. I'm not sure. Hydra.runtime, Hydra interpreters, Hydra core interpreter. Well, actually, we have inconsistency in naming. This module, this is a top level module which just does array exports, and it has name interpreter, a single form, while those modules have a multiple form. That's... I'm not sure why I did this. It should be renamed actually. Interpreters. But this is not the problem which we see on the screen. It's just another inconsistency. Yeah, I think framework up core interpreters, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's try. Hydra framework is an app interpreter. It is to import Hydra core interpreter, which is not interpreter anymore. It's interpreters. And what about a free version? Seems strange. It's inconsistency, right? Absolutely. Now, a cyclic dependency. So it started to be significant when I added those lines. How this could happen? We don't have anything regarding interpreters here, and yeah, I think this is because runtime is used somewhere in the framework itself, and maybe, just maybe, well, okay, let's move this line here and say we should import interpreters in the application, in the endpoint applications, not only runtime but the interpreters. So interpreters, right? Interpreters. Interpreter. still, orphan instance, move the instance declaration. Yeah, actually I know it's orphan, but okay, I should fix those problems. Now it says that there is a cyclic dependency. Model Hydra imports itself. Oh, really? Hydra framework interpreters. That's, yeah. I'm doing a very strange stuff. It won't work for sure, because we already have those modules.
Very strange stuff.
Yeah, I should think more about what I'm doing. Meteor counter number 3, meteor counter 3, and I think interpreters as R should be okay now, but actually the it says that we can have overlapping instances for different for different languages, and I have to solve this later because there is one more problem. I'm not sure where it is about orphan instances. But for now, what's now? Hydra up meteor counter church, and package imports. Meteor counter church package imports. I just enabled this extension. Perf test up. Yeah, not only runtime but also interpreters as R. This should work. The perf test up to church. Yeah, that this will be a lot of labor work, but still there is no other way.
A lot of what work?
Labor work.
Labor work. Oh, yeah, but it's the kind of work that the more you do it, the more it makes sense, you know. So for me, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm so new to it, like all of it is new, and then I can see what happens because it's so repetitive, you know.
Okay. Astro server. Really? Astro server. Hydra runtime. Well, okay. Hydra 3. And maybe I should work on the user experience more to avoid this qualified package imports, maybe. But next time.
I think, well, the way you're separating it, the way you're separating it into different monads will be, in the end, easier because somebody can just pick the monad and it will always be the same layout, you know? So
yeah.
It might be confusing to organize it, but probably in the end it will make more sense later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We can provide different names for our monads. It will be less confusing than now. You're right, actually. I'll think about it because it's important. Hydra runtime, Hydra domain, Hydra framework lens. Okay, we use lenses here from, and actually we will have a problem. And how we start the application? How do you do it? With upfront time, not using startup. Okay, this should is the problem. Hydra Base, Hydra framework, Hydra Base, and package imports. Maybe this is not the end actually. But at least, oh well, I forgot to enable package import somewhere. Perf up. Really? Yeah. And what about this one? Works. Meter how many changes actually? Meter counter, main, Hydra Base, right? Hopefully we are near to the end. So now perf up, perf test up. Yeah, it's a lot of, it's well actually we will have to fix our tests as well. Hydra domain framework, this is from Hydra Base, and I guess we need to do the same here. We did. Okay. What's wrong? Labyrinth. Labyrinth mine. That doesn't. Yeah, right. It's not from here. Base. Right. I should do re-exporting of those models, but I'll do it later, not now. I will improve again. Astro server. I think I did it. No? I added language package imports. No? So many modules I could forget it. Forget. Again. Astro mine. And I think we should place Hydra Base here, and I think we actually should. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's not really convenient. Okay, Hydra interpreters, Hydra free. Okay.
Hey!
Yeah, all right. But
Okay.
but if I do stack test, then it will compile tests and will meet the same problems. Just because. And actually, a lot of problems should be fixed later.
Okay. This is I can do so far.
For now, it makes sense to commit our work.
Only one error.
No, not only one, because it's just the first project, and I have even more test projects here. But I'll fix those problems on my own. For now, let's just commit.
Okay.
Where is my git kraken? So many changes. Compilation, restored after restructuring, except tests. And this is probably it.